I was lost in Italy, foreign country, no idea what was going on. How we doing, guys? It's your boy Black Ginger, and the flock is taking off. Buckle up. Okay, so it's still June 27th, the same as the last story. I landed in Italy around 4 p.m. and I had no one at the airport to wait for me, so getting to where I needed to be was gonna be my job, basically. It was my responsibility. There we go. And I walked out of the airport to try and get my bearings, and that's when I realized that I have just made a big mistake. So when I left the airport, that was when I left the Wi-Fi, which meant that I had no way to text or call or Google directions for help as to how to get to my airport, right? So I'm outside the airport and I'm feeling a little lost. I wasn't really sure what to do. I could have either walked an hour in a general direction towards my hotel and most likely ended up lost, or spent like 50 to 100 bucks on a taxi to get to and from where I needed to be. I was not really feeling either decision, so I walked around the airport, or the outside of the airport, for about an hour, just looking for an area where the Wi-Fi would reach through the walls before I finally found one. When I finally did, I was able to contact my cousin, and she gave me directions on how to get to where they were all eating at this one restaurant that night. She told me to get on this train that was right next to the airport, and that's what I did. So she said that she was gonna message me better directions in a few seconds, but for now, that's all I had. So I went to the train, and like immediately when I got to the tracks, the train like pulled up, and I wasn't really sure if I should get on or not, so I got on. It made no sense, but I got on. And of course, you know, the train decided it wanted to leave before I even got my message as to where I was going. So now I'm on a train, heading away from the Wi-Fi that I was holding on to so dearly, and I was heading to I don't know where without any way of actually figuring out what was up next on my trip. So yeah, I got lost. I was lost in Italy, foreign country, no idea what was going on, and no one to ask for help from. And then eventually, like 2 stops later, this Italian couple hops on the train, and I asked them if they spoke any English, and they replied with "No solo Italiano," which means no, only Italian. Sounds obvious if you speak any Spanish or Italian. Okay, whatever. Backtracking. And that's when I realized that I was probably gonna be screwed unless I got lucky and someone who spoke English got on the train. So I'm riding the train out, a couple more stops go by, a couple more groups of people get on the train, and still no one is speaking any English. They're all telling me it's only Italian. And then finally this Indian boy gets on the train. His name was Dupak or Deepak, I don't know. He told me it was like Tupac with a D, so I'm not really sure how to pronounce it anymore. It's been 3 months. I'm sorry, man, but if you ever see this video, hit me up. I will fly to you wherever you are, man, and I owe you a drink because you were like the first besides Carlos, who was iffy.
If you want, we can go across the bridge and come back.
I don't know. Sorry, man, if you ever see this too. But yeah, besides him, you were like the first person to help me out on my trip. And like, honestly, I don't know if I would have been able to start my trip if it wasn't for you, man. So again, you ever see this, I owe you a drink. Thank you again. But anyway, the boy gets on the train, and I ask him for help. He says he speaks English, and he lets me borrow his phone so that way I can call my cousin. So she says that she's gonna text me the instructions, the directions, whatever, to get to where that I need to be tonight. And it took her a little bit to, you know, send it again. And Dupak's stop actually came up before the message came through. So I got off the train with him, and we waited for a couple minutes before the message came through. And when it did, he clarified like the directions for me, told me, get off in 5 stops at this station. There'll be another train coming for you in 5 minutes. You'll be good. And we said our goodbyes. The last time I ever saw him, right there. So I wait for my train, I get on, and boom, I'm right where I need to be. Thanks to Dupak, thanks to Corinne, they got me where I needed to be. And I met my family at the restaurant at about 11:30. I landed in Italy at 4. I reached my family at 11:30. I was lost. So anyway, I had a good night. Had some great pasta in Italy. First meal I had in Italy was pasta. But I also got yelled at by the waiter because I tried to cut my spaghetti with a knife, and apparently that's a big no-no in Italy. They teach them from a young age how to twirl the pasta with a fork. So if you're ever in Italy, don't try to cut your pasta with a knife. That's no. Okay. So the first hotel that I was in was this really beautiful place in Italy, and I really loved it. I even took a bubble bath that night. My first bubble bath in like years, I think. I can't remember the last time I took one. But yeah, that hotel did not last long because the next day I took a very crowded hot bus up to some other town in Tuscany. I can't remember which one. And we went to a vineyard, which was the venue for the wedding. And this place, oh my goodness, it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. I'm gonna show you guys some pictures. I'm gonna show you guys some videos and stuff from the wedding because there's not much of a story really to tell here, but I just want you guys to see how beautiful my first couple days in Italy were because, oh my God, Italy is amazing.
The perfect summer is over in a flash and you're on your way. Somebody near is open for tonight, it's not too late. My mind says yes, you've been here for quite some time, but my heart tells me you should stay a little while. Are we at the end or are we at the start? 129 beats per minute from my heart. Anywhere we go is where I long to roam. Night or day, I'm taking you all the way, 'cause my heart screams, let me carry you home. Bright lights and colors, love is for the ones who dare to wait. No use in running when all I really want is to make you stay. My mind says yes, you've been here for quite some time, but my heart tells me you should stay a little while. Are we at the end or are we at the start? 129 beats per minute from my heart. Anywhere we go is where I long to roam. Night or day, I'm taking you all the way, 'cause my heart screams, let me carry you home.
But thank you all for watching. Hit me with a like, subscribe, slap them bell notifications for your boy because you know I'm live every Wednesday and Sunday at midnight exactly, and you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it, especially because this next story involves a little bit of blood. So, ooh, you know, you want to see how I got hurt on the next part of my trip. So, just know that this first part of my trip was like a week with my family, so it wasn't really too exciting. Like, it was so relaxing, so beautiful. But once I'm by myself, that's when the real excitement starts. So tune in for the next video because it's gonna be, I don't know, crazier. I'm not gonna gas it. Comment down below your favorite food. Hit me with one of those, I guess. I'm just interested. I'm very interested. And I'll catch you all on Wednesday for a Halloween special. Live forward, learn backwards. Peace.